Hello! Welcome back. I am playing... I've been playing it for the last couple of days. What's it called? No Man's Sky. I'm playing No Man's Sky today. Not that you really need to be told that. And... yeah, I was just wandering about on the surface just now, and realised that my Minotaur, which now follows me around, he seemed to have a bit of damage. I'm not exactly sure where that came from. I mean, he has been fighting. There has been a bit of, like, battle happening. But I didn't realise that he took damage. So, you know, that's news to me. Oh, look. It's Mr. Replica. He looks just like this guy. So yeah, I've started streaming a little bit later today because I, for some reason, thought it was Wednesday. And I got myself busy with doing some editing work. And yeah, basically just completely forgot about streaming. But I'm here now, and yeah, all good. I hate that thing. Always repairing. Stop with your job. Don't do your job. Oh yeah, it also occurred to me later on, after the stream yesterday, that the geology cannon does about as much damage as the what do you call it? The other one, the other grenade launcher. So I got rid of it. I am now using the geology cannon exclusively, which means I can do some very destructive mining, and also be able to cause damage to things when I need to. So I freed up a few slots. Okay, that wasn't what I was trying to do, but, you know, navigational data, I suppose, is nice. Drops are off now. If you didn't get your drops, unlucky. They are gone. You cannot get them anymore. Let's just do this. Hopefully it's fighting for me. No, not fighting for me. There we go. So now it is. I mean, ideally, I shouldn't have to fight at all. He should just do it all himself. Also got this little guy as well who's trying to help me out. But they don't seem to... despite the fact that they are machines and they are much more capable at fighting than me, they don't seem to be doing it. Which is a bit annoying. So, yeah. Today, we're just going to be doing the usual stuff. I don't think I really need to talk to this thing. Access logs. Possibly detected override, blah blah blah. Manifesting protocol. Voice of the Hive. Time cannot go backwards, but fucking hell, just the usual bollocks then. Turn to main controls. Is there anything I can get from this that's... shut down Sentinel forces? Can I? Atlas manifest offline. Immediate shutdown required. Warning, boundary node exposed. Vulnerable. Extract from weapons technology. No thank you. Sentinel forces deactivated. Nice, now I can't move. No, log off. Did I turn them off? Oh, I did. Does that mean they're around here, just sort of disabled? Or have they retreated? It seems they have retreated. It actually probably would have been better if we had kept on fighting them, because the stuff that they drop is actually worth quite a lot. Ugh. I mean, that's a lot of salvage glass. I mean, if I'm gonna sell what I get from that for nanites, it's going to be a lot. What the hell's going on there? Is that a ship? Is that 3 ships? And they hit the ground? Can you, like, fuck off? You're always, like, trying to get in front of me. I mean, it's nice having you around to fight for me, but when there's no fight, can you just, like, sit down and fuck off? Right, what's it going to do now? Is it going to jump towards me? Where's it going to land? Is it landed behind me? Good. So now what's it going to do? Let's just sort of keep an eye on the AI. See, that is too close. That is far too close. I mean, I am not going to suck it. Fuck off. Jesus. It's not even anything there. It's smooth. Well, it's sort of smooth. It's sort of... There's bars. There's definitely stuff there. It's not exactly smooth, but there's nothing there. Cannot suck robot dick. I'm not sure... Is there... Don't I have that thing? I think there's a thing that I've got in my inventory that's making it do this. Where was it? This thing. Can I deactivate that? Does that stop you from following me around? No, it doesn't. I just don't want you following me around anymore. I don't know how to stop him. How do you unsummon an exocraft? Power suit. See, I don't want any of these, but you know, I don't seem to have any other options. Is there an option inside to tell it to fuck off? No. So this is just a permanent fixture now whenever I'm on a planet. God fucking damn it. Okay, right, let's make our way to... we have a distress signal. Well, it's not even really a distress signal, it's an abandoned building. We have an abandoned building to go and possibly get some of those weird orb things from. Because we need a lot of money for the things we need. It's going to take half an hour. Let's make that just a few seconds now. There we go. Bleed now. So I'm wondering whether there's anything easier to do to try and find the modules and stuff. Because I've settled on this ship now. This ship's fine. I'm going to try and get enough money to upgrade it to a higher tier. That is if I don't find another ship that's already better. I really wish you weren't there jumping around on my ship. Actually, it might actually be good for this. Can I right, if I just try and take these out, right, is it going to fight the beasts that come out? Looks like it is. Trying to, at least, anyway. Where's it gone? Okay, no, it's doing fuck all. It's gone away. Where's it gone? When I need you, you fuck off. Where are you? What are you doing there? Hope you're doing okay. I am doing fine. Give me ball thingy. Indeed. I wish I had some more ball thingies. Yeah. God damn it! This is fucking awkward. Oh, there's a method to this, isn't there? I forgot. Getting these things can be made slightly easier if I mine down. Yeah. Because apparently they don't follow you in here. Aha! Gimme. Give me those things. They're still attacking me though. Look how far it's pinged me. These things are just... I feel like they've got too much power. Right. There we go. Suddenly I've got itchy nostrils. Yum yum yum. Cute. I just wanted that. See, look how far it's pinged me. That's insane. What are you doing? What are you doing? Can I deactivate your AI because you are just fucking stupid? Where's your AI? Is that it? Move technology. Right. Fucking... If you're not going to do anything, don't. How are you still fighting? It's on fire and it's screaming. How are you still moving around? I thought I got rid of your thing. Semi-autonomous AI pilot plugin for the Minotaur Heavy Hybrid. What? Fine, okay. You can have it, but you know, I'm not happy with you being around here, being generally unhelpful. Give me this stuff. What's that? Some sort of thing on my desk. Can you fuck off? You're not helping at all! Come on! Where do you think I am when I'm down there? Literally useless. What is the point of you? Oh my god. I may have to Google how do I turn off the Minotaur. How do I get rid of it? How do I stop it from being over here? I don't need it. Better off without the bloody thing. Right. Ooh. Damaged container. Hopefully without any damaged stuff in it. Just nanites. Oh, and a microprocessor. What's there? Okay, so this is a thing that's bothering me as well. Whenever I'm in here, my torch doesn't turn on, but it's supposed to be auto torch. My flashlight's supposed to turn itself on when it gets dark. Where the fuck's my torch? See, what the fuck? Today, the game is pissing me off. What the fuck is going on? Oh, that thing's in the way. I'm trying to move in a straight line, but there's something on the floor that I can't see. Right, ooh, there's a health thing here as well. Which never seems to do anything. It says my health is at maximum. But then sometimes when I come out here and I look at it, it just isn't. Right, which way am I going round? This way. Have I done these ones? I have done those ones. They're done. These ones are not. Right, is that 3 of them? There were 3 of them, weren't there? Where's the 3rd one? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I'm all the way over here now. Great. They do have far too much power. It's crazy what they can do. And let's just get the shit out of there. I do not want to be doing any more of those. Maybe we need to find a different method of... oh, fucking stop landing. I need these back up and running. And I think... yeah. Sentinel boundary maps. I should probably use them to get the glass, because they seem to be very good on glass. If this is another abandoned building, I'm just going to go to it and then fuck off. Right? Yeah. Where do I need to go for this one? Is it there? I feel like I've just been there. It's funny how sometimes when you warp around a planet, it just sometimes it takes you directly above it and then you go straight down. Sometimes you just come at it from an angle. I don't know what dictates that, but for some reason it just does. There we go. Ooh, that's a bit close. Oh god, here we go, it is back. AI autopilot. There's got to be a way of turning that off. Acre system takes advantage. That's just power. Is it this? Actually, salvage components from a Sentinel half-frame reconditioned to fit the Minotaur heavy exocraft will function as semi-autonomous. Right, getting rid of that. It's still trying to follow me. If I just get rid of all the blue bits, will it just become what it was before I did that? Well, it seems to have shut down. It's not following me. Fantastic. That's really fucking annoying. Until they sort that out and get that being a little bit more effective at fighting things and doesn't try to fuck your face, I think I'm not going to use that at all. I'll see if I can recall the Minotaur back to its bay as well, because it's just... I don't want it on the planet, every planet I go to. Just want it to stop following me around, you know. So I took a lot of stuff off of that, so is there a way some of this stuff needs to get out of my way? Silver, I'll put silver there. Hyperclusters, that's fine. I want you in here. Some of this. Why is this not like back in all? Oh, probably because I used all of this stuff. Let's put that back. But yeah, let's get this stuff. Oh, I can't. I'll have to be inside it before I can do that. So this thing is always bothering me because it's just laying there across it and you can't just walk through it. Shield, whatever's in that box. Gifts, prizes, first aid. Is there anything else in here? Oh, there's this. Totally worth it. Right, I'm not going to even bother trying to get these. Where is my ship? Where's my ship gone? There it is. I suppose I should do this. Get the navigational data, because that's always useful. There. Oh my god, a bit itchy. Itchy nose. Right, I've only got 2 more of these to do. Hopefully they'll be useful. Another abandoned building. Fuck off. There's always abandoned buildings. Funnily enough, we're not that keen on those. Abandoned buildings, nobody's going, oh yay, an abandoned building! Especially not me. And there we go. Just a quick visit, and then we're off. I need to collect more nanites. Really, what I want to do is I want to start fighting more sentinels, because the amount of glass that you can get from them and the amount of stuff that you can get in that glass is very good for your nanites. And if I want to upgrade my ship, I'm going to need a lot of nanites. How do I get in here? No, apparently I was right next to the door to begin with. Ah, here it is. Haunted terminal. Funnily enough, it's not haunted. Oh no, I need to put it in there, didn't I? I hate having 2 piles of the same thing. Oxygen. Good. Good. Nice. Damaged machinery, put you in there. $649. That's the heroin number. There. Oh, you know what? The little guy who we had before, where is he? Because we had that little thing. This. He was more useful than... Where is he? He was more useful than that great big hulking machine wandering around. So I think we'll keep him out. That'll be much better. Fucking itchy as hell. I don't know why. It must be my allergies. We had a bit of rain today. I think it was last night. I think what it might have done is kicked up a bit of pollen. Because I'm just feeling itchy as hell. And I ain't gonna... I'm not gonna take it anymore. I don't know. What am I doing again? Oh, last one. And it's gonna be another abandoned building, isn't it? Because we love those. Oh, it's a distress signal. Okay. That's better. Right, 3 hours. Maybe not. There we go. Get going. Wow, it's all the way on the other side of the planet. A little bit out of sorts today, considering I forgot that I needed to stream today. You know, no, so it's not there, it's behind the mountain. It also doesn't help that we have, like, we're constantly having, like, people show up and, like, really, it's a bit of a privacy invasion. Have I already been here? Apparently I've already been here. Okay. Why does it keep telling us to go to the ones that we've been to? I don't get it. Is it just whatever's close? Is that gold? What is that? Copper? It's a copper deposit. I don't think we need copper, but might as well go for it. Is it the geology cannon? Yes. There we go. So, I want to see... Okay, that gave me 8. But what if I do that? That gave me 23. So, making a hole sort of the same size does give me a little bit more. Although, I don't think that is really true. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. My multi-tool. It has upgrades, whereas the geology cannon doesn't have as many upgrades. Projectile velocity and damage, and you have mining speed, mining speed, mining speed, resources mine. Oh, you can get 50% more resources using the mining beam. Ah, so it should always be in my best interest to use this to get resources. Interesting. Not that I need copper. I just really want to mine it out. It's so shiny and lovely. Ooh, makes me feel like I'm making myself rich. Just all these ripe resources just sitting here, not doing anything. I should strip mine the whole planet. I wonder whether anyone's actually done that. They've actually, like, completely removed the surface of a planet. Can you imagine how long that would take as well? Right. I need to find cobalt. Where do we find cobalt? Because I don't think this is it. This is... Yeah, this is dihydrogen. No, we don't want to do that. We want to mine it. Dihydrogen, which I will gather. Wait, hang on. just occurred to me. The laser... The mining beam is the green one, isn't it? The terrain manipulator is what... Can you show up? Is what does that. So maybe the geology cannon does the exact amount, the exact same amount. This is a laser beam. This does something completely different. Sodium nitrate. Ooh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. I think you do mind if I do, don't you? Platinum. We still need to find platinum. So much platinum we need. Yeah, I think we need to find more cobalt or make it in some way. I don't know how you make cobalt. Let's have a look. Where does it say it comes from? Mined from underground minerals, cobalt is found in plentiful supply in caves and caverns, used in the manufacture of ion batteries. It can be used in the creation of several technology structures, can be processed in a refiner to make them the most of its inherent charge. So it's underground, is it? Ooh, hello. Hello, little machine. What have you got for me? Have you got anything? Have you got nanites for me? Please give me some nanites. Ooh, that's not a lot of nanites, but it's still very welcome. Okay, so should we find a cave then, or something? The hell is that? Oh, am I on the equator? This is that's the rings around the planet. You know, that is amazing, isn't it? When you think about it, this is exactly how it would look if we were on a ring planet. I think that's amazing. It does look amazing. You never really think about it. Oh, it's going nighttime now. Oh, look at it. The star's moving rather quick. Maybe the orbit of the planet is rather quick. So, okay, we've been on this... We've been in this system pretty much the entire time we've been playing. Has all this been changing since we've started playing? Because this doesn't all look the same as far as I can tell. Although I don't really look at the sky very often. Which is odd, considering, you know, I'm frequently in space, which is literally looking at the sky all the time. Okay. Let's see where we can find cobalt. It says underground deposits. So I remember a cave like this before and it tried to murder us. Where do we find cobalt then? What the hell? Buried cache? Oh. Oh, I forgot. Murder caves. These are murder caves. Caves of murder. What are these? Humming sag. Ew. Albumin pearl. That's disgusting. It's pretty, but ew. So where do we find cobalt again? Is it in, like, ground deposits? Mined from underground minerals, cobalt is found in plentiful supply in caves and caverns. So, like, I'm imagining these. Do they have cobalt? Primary element cobalt. They do have cobalt. No. Why am I trying to shoot it? Yeah, we need a lot of cobalt. Simply because we're running out of it. And it is used in quite a lot of things. What if I use the geology cannon? Will that give me the cobalt? I don't know whether I got it or not. Mainly because I'm getting too close to these things. Marrow bulb. I did get some cobalt, that's good. That's a lot quicker than mining it out the old-fashioned way. Just wondering, do I still get the cobalt if I just sort of undermine it? Geode. Pure ferrite. Do I get the cobalt? No. I don't know. It's tricky to tell. Maybe I should be doing this on a different planet where there isn't, like, murder caves. Because it seems wherever I'm going, there's just stuff going off. I suppose I could just fuck them completely. Please stop fucking me. Let's do a scan. Okay. Everything seems fine. Ugh, excuse me. I'm hesitant to take the albumin pearl because for some reason whenever I take things that are big and shiny and round like this, they alert a lot of sentinels. But that seemed fine. Oh, fucking hell. Right. Yeah, I'm going to a different place. Just salt the earth. Burn your bridges. Jesus, I do have quite a lot of cobalt now. I just realised that this mining has been quite lucrative. Considering I only had, like, a little bit. I can't remember, I think it was like 67. That was actually pretty good. Right, yeah. No more murder caves. No. Why are you trying to do that to me? Just recharge stuff. Okay. Cobalt, I want you back on the freighter. Oh, apparently I can't do that. There. We've added to our cobalt collection. Do I not have any more? Oh, I do have ionized cobalt. What I'm gonna... Alright, okay, yeah. What I'm gonna do is maybe convert it. Oh, you know, I haven't moved anything, have I, since last time I was here? Salt. Now, I think we do get a lot of salt on here. I don't think we need it, but you know, I like having stashes of things. And I think you can actually get salt here on this planet. My capital ship. Hazardous bullshit. Magnetized ferrite, copper dust, ammonia deposit, sentinel pillar. Have I been there? Arrive in 10 hours. Interesting. Ammonia deposit. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna head to the settlement because surely by now there's like another mission for me to help them. Where is it? There we are. And then you know what? I think I'll visit some of my other bases. Stock up on like emerald and cadmium and stuff like that. It's funny how with the end of the drops, the the viewership of No Man's Sky has really come down. What? I don't get free stuff? There's no point in watching. Okay, so from here it's right there. This is literally where I want to be. Are you? Okay, this time the nitrogen is there. Interesting. Not sure why I keep feeding this, but you know, why not? Who knows? We never know when we're going to need more nitrogen. View construction opportunity. Yes! I think we're going to go for a... We're going to go for a farm this time. Something that will make our productivity higher. Maintenance cost, yeah. Productivity, yeah. Quarantined explorers. Cognito hazard containment facility. What does that mean? Do we have a containment facility? I don't remember. Hi, perfectly identical people. Settler Oppo and Prospector Kuko. Hi. I really wish you would teach me your language a lot better. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's the machine out here. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, where is this new construction? Because I need to feed it bits and pieces. Hopefully it'll only take a few minutes, not, you know, the several hours that it usually does. Oh, is that it over there? It's a farm. It doesn't look like a farm. Aha! This is what we're looking for. Supply materials, 210 chromatic metal. We can steal that from the... Hang on, the exocraft had some. Alright, you can keep that. Yeah. Let's plot some of that in the exosuit just so we've... How do I... W and S to change the stack size? Is that not dropping it in there? C for quick split? Okay, there we go. We'll take that. We'll take half. We'll put it back after. Chromatic metal! Yeah! How long is that going to take? An hour and a half? Oh, come on. Really? The last one only... Oh, I see how it's going. It's like half an hour for the first building. An hour for the next building. Hour and 30 for the next building. It's just going to get longer and longer. Shit! Okay, fine. That's how that goes, is it? I want you back on the freighter. There we go. Eventually we'll have enough platinum for that. It would be nice if there was just like an easier way to get platinum. How do I get platinum? I need to do a quick Google. Platinum. Platinum in No Man's Sky. Where can I find tons of platinum on Reddit? There we go. Gold and silver on a refiner gets you platinum. Really? Does it? I didn't know that. Didn't know you could mix them together. I've got loads of gold and silver. Take me up to... Take me up to this. I gotta try this out. I didn't know that worked. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, the frames. There we go. We're getting a bit more frame rate back. You. Stick. Stick gold. Where's gold? Do I have gold? Copper. Ah. Gold there. Silver there. You can make platinum. Oh, I didn't know that. What else can you make? Let's try this refiner. Like, okay, what if I mix that copper that I got with sodium? Nothing. What about ferrite dust? No. Wait. Oh, adding copper makes it straight into that. Okay. Is there like a... Oh, the catalogue. Of course, the catalogue will tell us these things. So what can we... Pyrite. How do you make pyrite? I think you just find pyrite, don't you? Typically found on planets with a desert environment. Okay. Parathium, tropical environment. Refined from the stellar metals, copper, cadmium, and indium. I don't think if you mix them together you get this. It's just you can turn them into. You can turn each of them into this. I was mistaken that one time I said that. Cytophosphate. I don't think I've got this. Mining laser will harvest cytophosphate compounds from underwater flora. Maybe I need to find some water stuff because I don't think I've got any of this. So what's that? Phosphorus. Local mineral extract typically found in large deposits or extracted from common minerals after inspection with an analysis visor. Same thing. Same thing. So, hang on. These are all from different environments. Tropical environment, desert environment, toxic environment, radioactive environment, frozen environment, scorched environment. So what's this? Nitrogen, radon, sulfurine. I think these are just colourless, odorless gas found in radioactive and frozen. Yeah, I can get these out of the atmosphere, but I think I can make them as well just by... If I put nitrogen in, I think it makes radon, and then if I put radon in, it makes sulfine. Activated indium, got plenty of that. Don't know what that is. But I didn't know you could make platinum. Gather platinum from asteroids, launch your ship into space. No, apparently I don't need that. I just need to get gold and silver together. Is that true? If you make if you put gold and silver together, you get platinum. See, look how much of it I've got now. It's amazing. Which means I can finish that off, which I've been needing to do for ages. God, you things are noisy, aren't you? Have you got anything? You've got 350 chromatic metal in there for me. Hopper is at maximum capacity. Well, let's empty you out then. It would be nice if I could go to a different... Wait, hold up. You've only got one in here. Have these... Wait, are these all linked? No, you've only got one. Oh my god, the frames. Okay, yeah, they do have their own, it seems. I was thinking, like, do these have their own... Yeah, that one's at maximum capacity as well. Okay. Storage container, inventory, yes. Lovely. God, it's very laggy looking at this thing. Look at it. Ugh. Right. So... I haven't done anything with this area. Also, none of my plants are growing, because I haven't done that yet. What do I want to do? I think let's send some of these go off somewhere. I need to talk to the guy down here before I can actually do that. Hello. Traveller entity. Corvax is pleased to report exciting navigational research. Hooray! Expeditions, please. Voyage of Discovery. I'm going to turn the browser off because I think that's causing issues with frame rate. Yeah, okay. Voyage of Discovery. Let's just get some of these going. You, in particular. Because I think I can do as many as like whatever these rooms are. Because I've got 1, 2, 3 rooms. Why am I losing frames? I'm losing so many frames just by looking in certain directions. Like, what's that about? See, looking that way's fine, right? Keep looking that way. Keep looking that way. So now something's loaded in there and lost frames. I don't know what's losing the frames. Is it because this? I think it is this stuff. This stuff is what's loading. It's causing issues. Wow. Who'd have thunk it? So yeah, you've got that, but I could also do another one because I've got 3 of them, so I could do different ones. Yeah, look, it's giving me the option to. Which ship shall we send off? The one that's really good with money? Yeah. Off you go. And then I think, I can't remember what the last one is. I think it's balanced. No, it's industrial. But I'm going to send you anyway, considering it's a balanced one. Lovely. So they'll all come back at some point. There is something horrible happening over there. I don't know what it is, though. Maybe I'll try deleting those rooms and see what happens. It does seem to be whenever I'm facing that way. Unless there's just something off in that direction that I'm not aware of. So you, and delete, delete, delete. Delete, and no, I want to delete that room. Right, so no, it's just whatever is over there is causing issues. I'm gonna have to like find a way outside and like have a look. Which means I should probably put those things back in, since they weren't actually the problem. Refiner room, stellar extractor room. That's what I want. Yeah, one there, one there, one there. There, one there, and one there. Good. Very nice. Yeah, I'll see if I can find out what's happening when I come out of the station. See, there's nothing that way either. Eventually I'll need to unlock stairs so that I can actually like go up and down in this ship. Because that'd be nice. Let's head to the station. Hey, are you just visiting or are you just happy to see me? Oh my god. Fucking hell. Alright, I need to see what the problem is. I don't know, maybe there's something over here that's loaded. That is causing... Oh, the entire planet seems to be causing issues. Is it because of my settlement? It shouldn't be the settlement. Oh no, yeah, because it's like this. This is just whatever is here. Oh god, it doesn't make any sense. Like, does it happen when I'm in the space station? I imagine it would, because it's all technically the same, like, world. Yeah, it is still happening. That is bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just whenever I look in a certain direction, there's just issues. This is all fine. Sort of. That's just madness. Maybe I should, First of all, I don't want to be doing that. I want to be going somewhere else. Where's my log? Yeah, I don't need that. Abandon search, I know where to get it from now. Just gold and silver. Just as long as I'm getting that, I seem to be fine. Settlement status can be seen from its central interface or from the administration terminal. The status interface allows the daily collection of surplus resources. Resource quality and amount varies with the settlement. Well-managed settlements will produce additional goods. Well, I have yet to get anything, so I must be doing shit. Okay. Nope, I've got those. What am I trying to do? Oh god, there's always this fucking inventory sorting out that I need to do. Oh yes, I forgot the salvage glass. I will move some stuff around so that I can get cadmium. First of all, you should be going there. Deuterium, you should be living there. These things are pretty much always interchangeable. What the hell is that? Reinforced piping? Interesting. Try and get some of this stuff, like, where it needs to be. Right, what I need to do is I need to go to different places, because this is... like... this is taking up a lot of space. There is, like, trade routes. You can choose... like, to go from one certain star system to another star system to another star system. Each time selling all of the things that you got in the previous one, buying everything in this next one, and then going to the next one and selling everything from that one. So just, you know, whatever system you were previously at, sell it at the next one, because that is the one because that is what they want. There are routes. There's like two separate routes that you can take. which I've done in the past. What I'm getting from doing this. Hydrogen, nice. Nitrogen, pop you there. I think we do have gas, there we go. Yeah. Facetium, don't need you. You can go here. Oh yeah, we were gonna find those, weren't we, and use use their glass to get lots of stuff. Oh well, I'll sell them off. I'll sell them off for nanites. Oh, come on, really? I can't get through that gap. Oh, I mean, I'm on the wrong side. Hey, I've got things for you. Take my maps. Take my maps. Take my maps. Where are my maps? Where are they? There they are. Is there anything else? I've got 15 salvage glass there. And I should probably open them up. Ooh. Oh. No, didn't want to do that. Salvage glass, salvage glass, salvage glass. Some of those. Pretty good. Nice. Good. Lovely. Very nice. Some of this stuff has got to go in here. But I did get quite a few exosuit thingamajigs. Wait, no. Oh, now you're allowing me to put things in the cargo hold. Weird. It's strange how it allows you to put some things in there and sometimes it doesn't. It's like, why can't I now put stuff in here? Like, what? Or is it because, does it just not allow me to put new things in? It feels like that's how that works. Maybe. Possibly. Exocrafter. Exocraft, I mean. Not Exocrafter. It don't craft. But then it's not allowing me to put that in there. It's saying it inventory full, but it's not. I don't get the rules. But, yeah. It's just I can't put anything in or out of these, but then sometimes I can. Hang on. Freighter, general, and cargo. Cargo? Is that what... Like, it does... It's not... Right, let's go for that. Oh, right, yeah, freighter and cargo hold. I completely forgot about that. Cobalt. Ooh, they're quite good for cobalt, it seems. So this is why I want a better freighter, because I want to be able to stick a lot of stuff in here rather than, you know, if I have like a whole bunch of like normal elements just in here rather than in here, then it'd be a lot easier for me to move stuff about. So then I can just have, I don't know, maybe I can probably change this about. I need to open up some more technology things so that I can plop the plop this in there, but you know, I still want to try and find a good thing, a good what do you call it? A good freighter. Not that mine isn't already good, I just want it to be better. Can I sell anything? No, I haven't got any of those. Oh, I still have the fungal mold. Don't want that. Let's get that into where it needs to be going. Did I just see some of that here? Gamma root. Yeah, this just seems to be hanging about all over the place. Some of this stuff can probably go in one of these as well. I don't know, what, maybe one at the end. Yeah, this is where those go. What I call horrors. The Hadal core, I don't even know what that's meant to be. Cargo bulkheads. I suppose I could use them now. I think it's probably going to be a very long time until I find a good thing. Okay. Let's head somewhere else now. Yeah, we need to do something with these. Oxygen, freighter. Oxygen goes with oxygen. Alright. Let's see how many nanites we get for those upgrades. Hopefully many. I don't think it matters who I sell them to. Hello, I have upgrades. Sell. Really? I've only got two. Oh, maybe they're just the only two that are here. C, Starship Inventory, Exosuit. What? Oh, oh no, they're the only ones that go to you. Okay. I don't think I've got any that go to you. I suppose we can find out. Sell. No, I don't have anything to sell to you. Nope. I think it's mostly to you, isn't it? Ah, fucking wrong button. No? So where do these things go then? Oh. They're gone. Did I only have two types? Did I sell them all? Huh. Okay then. Oh, I finished that and I haven't put it in the right place. I'm thick as shit. Hooray! Let's move you out of the way. Where can we put this? Oh, you know what? If we move these down. Then we can stick the laser beam at the top, which only has 3, and this one has 4. Whoops. There we go. That matches up. 30% pulse power, which is nice, good, lovely. Everything's fine. What the fuck? Tritium. Put you there. Oh, do you need to? Bit of a top up. There we go. I don't know why I have frigate fuel on my starship. There you go. You can have that. Seems I already have those. Welding soap. Don't know what welding soap is, but apparently they need some of it. Okay, how many times have they used the same? 1, 2, 3. That would be the 4th time they've used that. It's weird. Yeah, see, this is what bothers me. Sometimes you don't have the things stack the way they should. I might soul. I don't think I've had them before. You can go there. I just need to visit a a station that will buy this stuff. So far, I've not been having any luck with that. Yeah. I think one of these things was meant to be used for crafting something. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I already did it. I don't know. Is there something? Oh wait, I can sell to you, can't I? I can sell the weird fucking orb things. Oh, hang on. There's more on the freighter, isn't there? I put it here, and I didn't really want to, did I? Oh, I should have just kept it here. Oh wow, they do stack quite well. Now, because I can sell you pretty much. Oh wait, no, I can't sell you anything. I can sell these guys pretty much anything. Wait, do I have? I do have a door on this side. I could just sell it on the market here. Sell. Anything green here? No. You know what? You're bothering me. I'll get rid of you. How have I got? Didn't I move that? For fuck's sake! I've got a lot of stuff I don't want in. I don't want in my inventory. Album Pearl, go away. You're not showing me the... Ah, there they are. So that was a lot. Residual goop. Can be turned to nanites. Magnetized ferrite. That's what I want to move. There we go. Cobalt. Cobalt, cobalt, cobalt. Oh, how... Oh, I do have cytophosphate. Just not a lot of it. Interesting. Aha! If I get some more of that slime on the go... In fact, if I just put you in there, then you'll turn straight into nanoclusters, won't you? So lovely. Settlement. The fuck? Why can't I get out? Why have you locked me in? Oh, I've not locked in, I just went through the wrong door. There we go. Alright. Let's go on a bit of an adventure. Let's go to another system. Because the current system is being a bit of a dick. With the frame rate. X galaxy map. Let's go somewhere. Let's do something. Fuck. Why is it showing me freighters here and there? Or is it? Or are these battle zones? Is that what it's showing me? Maybe it is. That'd be good. If I can choose to visit a freighter, then that's all good. What's it going to tell me about it? It's not telling me that there's a freighter anywhere. Or is it just that my freighter could go to them? I don't know. Whatever. Let's visit this planet. Let's see what this planet's like. I've never seen a grey one before. Let's scan as well. Emerald, Parathium, and Sodium. Hold up. What else? What other planets have we got here? We've got this planet. This is also grey. What can can this one hold? Emerald, Modium, Sodium, and aggressive sentinels. Wow. Do we have any other heavenly bodies? What is going on here? Again, I've got this whole sort of cross-hatching thing going on. I don't get what that's about. What is going on here? Are these meant to be flickering like this? Wow, look at that gold. Nice. You know what? It's just occurred to me. Maybe the maybe it's my field of view that's giving me that weird thing. Flight field of view. Right, if I take it up a little bit and apply. Yeah, that seems to have solved it. Let's put it back again, just to see if it is literally 60 is the problem. Okay, it seems 60 is the problem. 61. 61's fine. Video options, 62. No, just leave it at 60. Let's leave it at 70, yeah. There we go, we no longer have any issues like that. Which is nice, I suppose. Right, so yeah, how many like planets are actually in this system? Is there only 2? That and that. Discoveries. There are only 2 planets in this system, and it's a green system as well. All right. In that case, let's head to you. Let's see what you have for me. Sometimes sometimes these planets are pretty interesting with what they've got on them. I think one of my, I think it's Emerald base has these weird sort of stained glass trees sort of things going on. It's very strange. Great big bloody things. Ooh. Great big bloody things that I apparently can go straight through. Okay, let's just let's land and have a look. What are we up against here? Hey, what the hell is that? Some sort of mushroom. What the fuck is that called? Tooth discium. Huh. Marocious. There's some glowing ones here as well. Can I scan these? Dihydrogen. No, ooh, some sort of beasts. Ooh, what's that? Some sort of tortoise gator. What are you? Hey! Hey you! Oh my god, it's like a frog wolf. Tree. Give me money or give me tree. Either way, me want. Weird little bipedal head things. Moonrionius. Weird. Very weird. No, I've already scanned that. What is that? Paraphium deposit. What else have we got around here? Nothing really of any Used to be fair. What are you? It's some sort of rock bear. I don't know. It's strange. Hello, little guy. What are you? Ah, look at the weird little dick monster. He is just a freak, isn't he? Ow, something tried to murder me. Why are you always on every planet? Bloody tentacles. Thanks for giving me money, though. Every discovery is just more money for me. I saw something here that didn't have... What are you? You're fucking weird. You've got spirally horns and like a lizard's tail. Crazy. Are there any caves? I want to see what's in your caves. I want your cobalt. I want your planet's cobalt. Oh my god, the terrain is quite extreme. I see no caves. Me wanting some caves. Hey, what are you? Fucking weird walkie things. You're like a pair of trousers with a head coming out of it. It's the wrong trousers, Gromit. I'm fully back. You're fully back. Oh dear. Did that pop? Ew. Always with the weird death bubble things. The hell is that? Another living being? Oh my god. It's weird. It's like a short giraffe. What are you? I don't know what you are. Is there anything flying around here? I don't think so. Okay, this has been interesting, but like... What the hell is that green thing? Oh, okay. I need to scan. Let's see if we can find anything of interest. Hell is that? Deuterium-rich deposit. Ooh! Cave? Because that's what I was looking for. What is that? Why is that green? That wasn't green before. Oh, before I destroy that, might as well scan it. Yay! Now I can destroy you. Hello? The fuck? My computer just tabbed me out? For no particular reason? At least in this cave I'm not getting killed. But it seems we have a storm going. So I should probably head slightly further into the cave so that I don't wait, what are these? Well, they don't look like murder. So I'm happy that they're not doing that. Marrow bulbs, okay, we don't need those. What's down here? Uh-oh. So apparently I'm dropping to my death. Okay. Oh, there is murder in here. Okay. So, we don't bring any of that, thank you. I don't know how I'm able to blast my way all the way up here. That was very odd. Okay. Oh look, no, there is just all murder all the time. I suppose it's because it's another poisonous planet, isn't it? Yeah, so that cave was no good. Oh, what's this over here? Oh, interesting. Let's go to the other planet. Let's see what's on there. Can I summon my ship? There we are. Might want to get out of the way. Might want to be careful. Careful. Okay, good. Splat. I got me a new mouse, so I'm back home. Okie dokie. I'm glad you got yourself a new mouse. Is it good? I've got a mouse with the keypad on the side. Look. Pretty good. I don't use it as much as I hoped, but yeah, it's nice to get a nice new mouse. It's good to get a new mouse. It's a trackball for my laptop, or a lap ball for your track top. You can be my lap ball. You can be my lap ball, baby. Don't take away the pain. I don't know how the song goes. Definitely doesn't sound like that. Land! Land ho! And I'm here. Okay. Now this apparently has aggressive sentinels. So I think the moment we land, we're going to be on their radar. Oh. You've gone red. Why have you gone red? Gravitino ball. Is that why it's aggressive? Because of the Gravitino balls? Because these things... What the hell is that? These things glow the fuck up. Look at that. Whoa, look at that. Listen to them. Whoa, it's so bright. What are you? What the fuck are you meant to be? I'm just scanning. I'm just scanning. That's weird. I got 303,000 for that. Oh, and now they're trying to murder me. Okay. Yep, they are aggressive. I didn't even take anything this time. Oh, hang on. I need to destroy these, otherwise they'll just keep repairing all the things I'm trying to destroy. God, these things are a pain in the ass. Bloody sentinels. Just, you know, I come in peace, mainly. Except for the shooting. I mainly come in peace. Sort of. Oh my god, it's endless! Just give me all your loot, please. I just want your lovely, tasty loot. And, yes. Anything else trying to attack me? Just you, it seems. Oh, fuck's sake. Another one. Just piss off. Oh, and you as well. I thought you were thought you were my guy here. That, you know, it really doesn't help you showing up red because you look like an enemy now. Not helpful. Again with the just random lag spikes all over the place. Can you just fuck off? I'm causing holes in the ground now just for the sake of hole making. Why do you make more? Aim is off. What are you doing? Why are you just sort of just looking around? They're a sentry. They're a sentinels. You're the sentry. They are sentinels. God fucking damn it. The fuck are you? You are weird. Oh, of course. Of course there's an elite sentinel force. To go with the usual sentinel force. Oh, fuck's sake. No, I don't want to be doing that. You're a pain in the ass because you keep making more of these bloody things. Stop making things. You're repairing. Do with less of these things. You want to mine? You are mine. Now there's you. Do with less of you. Right, I'm stealing your Gravitino balls. Fuck you. You're all like, no, don't take our Gravitino balls, even though I wasn't even fucking looking at them. Oh, really? A Sentinel Walker. Brilliant. How do I still... No, you're my guy. Glowing red, so he looks exactly like everybody else. That's exactly what I need, isn't it? Who's in the black hole there? Just, okay, vanish the moment I look at it. That's exactly what I wanted. By no means answer my questions, just, you know, disappear. Is this ever going to end? Is it going to get to the point where they're just like, oh, yeah, alright, yeah, he's definitely better than us. We can't beat him, so we'll just have to, let him live. That rolling ball of madness over there needs to get out of the way, otherwise it's going to get hurt. to get away. I need to spend a little bit of time inside my ship, because at the moment I'm just sort of taking a lot of punishment. Sentinel Starship Interceptor deploying. Oh, that's a bit overkill, isn't it? Come on now. What is that? I saw something. I was looking this way and it seemed to be like under the ground. My health recovered? Can't really tell. It'd be nice if it just stayed on the screen. Oh, hello. Oh, great. Hi. You again. Shield did recover, that's good. Jesus. Oh, well, I'm pretty much nearly dead. I should maybe try and get away, since this is just getting out of hand. Maybe coming to this planet was a bad idea. I move like 2 meters away and suddenly I'm under attack. Right. Let's oh, I can't even visit the galaxy map. Alright. Let's get rid of these people. Let's get rid of them, and then we'll try and escape through the galaxy map. Right. During this brief period of time that it'll let us. God, if you just stop spiraling around, this would be a whole lot easier. You know, I know there's evasive maneuvers and everything, but this isn't exactly an evasive maneuver. Right, that's definitely an evasive maneuver. Can you get off? I think this is hug time. It's not hug time. It's hammer time. And I'm going to be hammering down on you. Is there one more? There doesn't appear to be. Right. Let's try and escape to a different system. Go to that one. Fuck it. See, I thought, because I went there, because it had a little freighter icon on there, I thought there was a freighter, but there was no freighter. Supposed to have like conflict scanning on this ship. Conflict scanner, yeah. Upgrades the starship's galactic scale sensors. This device allows the user to access conflict data in the galaxy map without having to put themselves in harm's way. So, did Did I get it? Did I scan? Let's have a look at the galaxy map, see what we're actually looking at, because it seems that whatever we were doing wasn't correct. Conflict 2. Conflict 3. So what was the conflict in that one? Conflict 1. So what does that mean? What does it mean when there's a freighter next to it? Just a lot of yeah, it seems like it. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. What's that called? Can we scan it? Indium, pyrite, and cobalt. Cobalt in deposits. Now that is what I want. Salvageable scrap as well, apparently. Anomaly detected. Exit pulse to examine. Okay. Hi. Can I scan you? Citizen dispute has arisen in the space. Oh, really? Okay, so I'm here now. Now what? I'm scanning. Am I meant to scan you? No, you're just there. You're just there. Brilliant, great. GJ, I have a question for you. What type of heating and cooling system do you guys have there? Heating, we have radiators. Cooling, usually just fans. Because, like, we don't have crazy hot weather over there, usually. These days, however, who knows. But yeah, we don't usually have cooling. Because it's pretty damn cold in England anyway, so... Okay, so that's not being helpful at all. The thing showed up just to be all weird and pretty. Great. Do something? La Cucaracha is lurking. Very nice, thank you. Okay, I'm looking at a mini split system which seems to be popular over there. Just trying to get some ideas. A mini split system. Ooh. Volcano. Oh, is this one of those scorched planets that they tell you not to go onto? Don't go on there, it's scorched. It's just filled with volcanoes. You will burn. Split system. I don't know what a split system is. Forgive me. I am ignorant. Damaged machinery. It's like central... Oh my god, the ground's on fire. It's like central air, but you don't need a duct system in your home. It is all ductless. Okay, I will take your word for it. What is that? That can't be a creature, can it? Oh my god, it is, and it's flying. What is this? God, it's so warm. Basalt. Did I see that right? It said basalt? Never encountered basalt before, as far as I can tell. Ooh, I think that's like the first piece of basalt I've ever got. Although it probably would have said updated your catalogue. Basalt. Has it updated the catalogue of bits and pieces that I know? Yeah, it has. That one that was missing. I've got a new thing. Yay! Basalt. Don't know what it does, but it seems useful, maybe. What the hell am I mining? Is this just ferrite? Oh, this is a whole big thing. Okay. Nice. Can you stop trying to poison me? But what are you, though? I don't know what this is meant to be giving me. Oh, well, now it's gone. Okay. I'm looking for the deposits. I want deposits of cobalt. They seem like a good idea. Oh my god, this thing. It's like a spider got hit by volcanic ash. Where are the deposits? Ooh, there's a deposit. Pyrite deposit. It's quite far away. What was that I just saw? Is this a swarm of things? Swarm of those weird bat things. What the hell are they? Skyworms! Scan, you fuckers! And a fucking bird of some sort, going for the sky worms. That place looks like it needs a couple of fans. It really does. This is craziness. Ow! How come I can't fly anymore? What's all that about? What the hell is that? That looks dangerous. To you. Oh, you've got basalt. Okay. I will... What the hell are you? The fuck? Crab region. Yay, I like crab region. What the fuck? Someone just tried to attack me. Is it this rock? Fucking sky worms. Spiral creatures from outer space. Out of the space. I've already scanned you. What about these burnt trees? How did they get this tool? Everything is on fire. What are you? I think these are like storm crystals, just without the actual storm happening. So I think I've seen these before. Pure ferrite. Leave! It's dangerous down here! Ooh, that's different. Yeah, we don't usually have things like, at least not in our houses, we don't have things like air conditioning. In fact, only like some very lucky money-making places have the air conditioning. Pyrite. Is this pyrite? This here? Is what pyrite looks like? Apparently it is. I want pyrite. Hard to tell where it stops because it's all sort of mottled. Oh, there must be some sort of... I'm getting frame issues again. See how it just sort of lurches back and forth? I don't know what it is that's causing the frame issues. See that? sort of flicks from left to right sometimes. You know what? It's probably something I've got in the background which should not be active right now. Nothing's active. It's weird. There we go. I took the pyrite, but I want cobalt. Cobalt? Can we have some cobalt? That's cobalt. Is there anything closer? No. Are you closer? Indium? No. Indium's quite expensive. It's very valuable, but I don't exactly need it. Indium. Indium. Okay, it seems that is the closest. Yeah. Alright. More exploration. You know what? It probably would help if my my things were charged, wouldn't it? Everything is recharged. Technology recharged. Technology recharged. Technology recharged. What are you? Something with a tentacle sticking out of it. I want cobalt. I don't necessarily need it, but I want it. My stores of cobalt are lacking. Ow. For some reason I can't go as far as I usually do with my jetpack, despite the fact this entire place is fire. Doesn't seem to be charging as quick either. Aha! This is what I want. Zap! Yeah, I want shit up to this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Give me that cobalt. I'm going to be swimming in cobalt. Probably a bad idea. Cobalt is a metal, isn't it? So if I were to swim in it, it would need to be molten, which means I would burn. Sounds fun. Suddenly my frame rate is going up. I don't understand. Yeah, apparently I've dropped a few frames. 76 there. My weapon charge is depleted, but I've got so much I need to be doing. Ugh. Okay, yeah, fine, go ahead. Look, I need to do that, that, and that. So busy. Wait, are these things a thing? No. About that. Can I scan you? Even though you're pretty much on every planet? Salute. I will salute as well. Nope. Wrong one. Ah, basalt. I kind of want to just get loads and loads of basalt now, just so that I can say that I've got it. So I'm storing some just in case I need it. Is there anything in the volcanoes? The weird blue volcanoes? Should I find one and go up it? That one's the closest one, I think. Yeah. How warm does it get here? It gets... Ordinarily, in the summer, we're lucky if it hits 30. It's... Is that... What the fuck? It's got a prolapse! Yeah, 30 to us is... Oh, blimey, it's hot. We're like, Jesus, we're having a heat wave. Normally, we have sort of... I mean, 22 degree weather is warm. 30 is scorching to us. 40, which we've had recently, we're like, what has happened to the planet? What is going on? This isn't right. So yeah, the hottest it gets in our summer. I mean, sometimes it's 20, 30 if we're lucky. 20 is warm. Because it's about body temperature, and whenever the weather is about body temperature, we consider that warm. Because you can go outside and it's quite comfortable. You just have to wear a t-shirt. So, yeah. That's how it works over here. Whereas you guys have... Was that on fire before? I don't think it was it? That's why I'm now hearing the sounds of fire. You guys, you have like 40 degree weather all year round. And your Christmases, your winters are snow, just everything has now become snow. You have the extreme weather. We do not. We get excited when there's a thunderstorm. It's different. It's different than just the usual muggy, horrible weather. Also, I need health. Yeah, I need health. Ironically, what I need is to visit one of those health stations in the buildings that, the derelict buildings. One of those ones that I've been going, oh, I fucking hate them, I don't want to... Can I collect these if I just, like, dig away the bit underneath? Did I get that? Silica powder? Did it come up with basalt? No, it didn't. Fuck. But, whatever. And it's also toxic in large doses at time for us. Oh, the volcano's going off. Oh, there's a volcano. Volcanoes are not friendly. I'm still going to try and go up it. And see what it supplies us with. What is this? Hydrogen, that's fine. Ooh. What is this little one? This little volcano? Don't know what this is. Oh my god, that's... Okay. Okay. Volcanoes are scary things. Zap. Somehow managing to get up this thing. I want to see what's at the top. Oh, a planet's at the top. That's... Well, in that case, I don't think I need to go up anymore. I'm gonna get up there anyway. JK, I am going up anyway. Is that lava? Is that what that's meant to be? Is that flowing? That is flowing. Is it going to be hot? Am I going to burn? Anything under 100 to us is cool. Oh my god. Is this lava I'm standing on there? Ooh! Okay then. Hello, Mr. Volcano. Hello, Tyrannosaurus Alan. Can I mine anything from you? No. Ooh. Did that give me anything? No. Okay. Wow, look at the view. There's another volcano over there. Everything is burnt. Everything looks disgusting and horrible, and I hate it. There's somehow water here. I don't know why that's still here. Surely if the whole place is hot, the water would have evaporated. Maybe. I don't know. God. It's weird because the stuff that was burning me was blue, but this stuff's white. I will admit, looks a bit like calm. It's calm. The volcano of calm. Oh, and then it gets blue going down there. Okay. Okay. Everything seems fine. So hang on. So I've got all that stuff in my catalogue. Have I only got like one thing I haven't found yet? I wonder what that is. It looks like some sort of gas. Maybe I should visit some other planets and see what it gives me. What's that? Is that health? That's health. What are you? I will say, right now, the temperature... My arms are quite cold. The rest of me is fine, but my arms... I don't have... I think I've only got one long sleeve shirt at the moment. And, yeah, at the moment my arms are pretty chilly. Where did I see that health? Oh, excuse me. Health? Health restored. Nice. Hey, give me some stuff. I want some fabulous cash prizes. Or life support gel, either way. Nice. I'm gonna break the game. I am gonna break the game. Also, that's not water, it's lava. Water, lava, you pronounce it the same, so it's got to be the same thing. Weapon charge depleted. God's sake, come on. Behave yourself, will you? Boom! Done. And literally every time I try and do anything, it's fucked. Another rock to scan. And some basalt. Very nice. What have you got in you? Don't remember. Ferrite and basalt. Can I power you? Lovely. Everything's got basalt on it. Oh, I haven't scanned this tree. Ah! You are on every... Hang on, before I kill you, let me scan you. You're on every planet. Why do I have to scan you every single time? Okay, let's see what's under the water. We've done volcano, let's do water. Yay, because it's water. What are you? A ball of dicks, that seems to be what's going on there. What the hell is that? That is logite. Creatures? No. Thing. But creatures? Am I scanning creatures or am I scanning... I am. Fishies! Little fishies! What the hell is that? Alluring specimen. How alluring. What the hell is that? Submerged relic? Something's telling me that these things might be poisonous. So if I get too near them, am I going to get murdered? No. Oh, suddenly I have... Oh, I have jets. Okay. Where is it? Oh my god, there's like a whole swarm of shit over there. Okay, that wasn't what I was trying to scan. Ah, god fucking damn it. Just stay scanning in scanning range. Interesting. And more. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Some sort of strange jellyfish. I can't find the thing that was meant to be here. Where is it? Armoured clam. What's in the armoured clam? Is it just armour? Hey, you! Oh, what is that? Living pearl. Owie! Living pearl. I think I've had one of those before. Aha! You're no longer living now that I took your pearl. I'm not sure that actually does help go any faster. Armoured clam. Submerged relic again. But where is it? Because I was in that area. That's fucking weird jellyfish, look. Look at them. Oh, it's there. Is it under this thing? Oh, that does sort of help you go faster. Hello? What are you? What did I get for that? Excuse me? Robot? Oh. I'm sorry, you're not waterproof, are you? I've been swimming around under here, and you haven't been able to do anything. Kelp sack? Is that made it onto the catalogue? Oh, it was a kelp sack. Okay. Well, that's it. I finished my catalogue now. Hooray! 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 Weather warning, wall of flame detected. Well, I'm going to observe this from the water. I want to see what a wall of flame looks like. Hello? Wall of flame? I'm waiting. It's coming from over there. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Ooh. Things are changing. Just in case, I'm just going to top up my my water thingy. And this. Oh no, I've run out. Well, this has changed dramatically. Well, is that it? Come on. I was expecting fire. Big wall of fire and doom. All the doom. Oh. Oh, it's starting to rumble. Well, that might be a volcano. Maybe it only shows up if I'm on the land. Oh, yep, there we go. It's here now. This is the wall of flame. It's definitely flamey here. Yes. Quite fire, yes. Maybe just so that we don't fully burn to death, we just summon the ship. Hi. Do you want to be a little bit careful? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's definitely fire. Interesting. So we've got a big old fiery planet here, filled with sky worms that are somehow able to survive the fiery temperatures of doom. Can I mine this? Okay, it disappeared. Didn't get anything from it. Fair enough. Is that stone flying? Is that another flying stone? I don't think we necessarily need flying stones. Or is it like a hoodoo or something? No, that's definitely flying. Okay. Crash through the trees. Nope. I said crash through the trees! Through the trees! Okay. Let's... Up. Up is a good way. And we will never visit again. Ooh. Hello. Do you have a captain who no longer wants to be captain anymore? Your stream title sounds like a line from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't take that quote at all. Nope, that's not a thing that has happened. Am I being hailed? I'm being hailed. I am being hailed. You seek new ships for your fleet? My ship is best. Happy crew, excellent guns, roomy hangar. You will love it, friend. I will inspect your frigate. The new captain is an excellent friend. The crew will have such joy to join your fleet. What are you good at? You're good at trade. I already have someone who's good at trade. Maybe when I'm looking for you, I will consider you. But right now, no. Hey. Please be really good. I want to see what you've got going for you. You stole fizzy lifting drink. You lose. Good day, sir. Good day. Good day. I said good day. Hello, sir. Captain Lear. An air of weary authority clearly marks the being as a freighter's captain. Yes. Please tell me you have a massive ship. Oh, not quite. I mean, it looks good. It looks almost Star Trek-y with its sort of saucer section and like engines, but yeah, it's not great, is it? I'm sorry, but I find your ship lacking. Oh, it does look good though. Oh, it does look good. Let's go back. No, I stole your ball cheese. My ball cheese! No! My poor ball cheese. I want to see if I can summon my ship while I'm out here. I can't. Quick menu, some ship freighter not owned. That looks like it should definitely have some work done on it, because that didn't look right. Hi. I'm new here. I've been looking for a new freighter. Happen to know anybody who has a really, really good, like, I don't know, an S-class freighter would be lovely. You know? Anybody? Have you... Oh, hi. Okay, fine. He's not very... You're not the talkative type. That's fine. Neither am I. Have you played this in VR? I do not have VR. If I had VR, I'd be doing more VR games, which would be great. Unfortunately, VR is incredibly expensive, and I do not have the money for it. So sub up, and maybe in the very far future, I'll be able to like afford it. That'd be great. Another incoming message. Why am I always being like talked to? No, I do not need new ships. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Oh, okay. Let's try a different place. Maybe, what are we in? Are we in a... Hang on. It doesn't say what kind of... Ah, it's blue. How about we try a green or a red? Let's try a red system. Let's go to this system. Maybe they've got some, like, big freighters going crazy. As I said, I got mine for $200 US. How? I need VR, but Christmas got lucky as hell. Wow. Wow. Ooh. Yay, little tiny bit of platinum. Yeah. My birthday present for this year was the Switch. I think I'll be pushing my luck asking for a VR headset next year. It's more of an extravagance, isn't it, rather than an absolute necessity. Can we have, like, freighters anywhere? Where is the station? Let's head to the station. Surely there's something we could be selling. Is there no station? Oh, red systems don't have stations, do they? Damn. Last one in stock. Very lucky. I got a Rift S super cheap. I wanted to get a Vive because it's got the sort of room sensors and stuff like that. Although I think these days that they're going for more like inside out sort of censoring. I don't know. Hey, tritium hypercluster. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, it would be nice to do VR at some point. Crashing into all the asteroids. Okay, right. In that case, I'm going to head to that planet and see what they've got going for it. Give it a scan as well. Cross crystals, cadmium, dioxide, and silver. Sounds like a good load of stuff. Let's land somewhere out in the open, shall we? And land. Okay. Bit snowy, a little bit cold. Loving the ring system. Let's give it a bit of a scan. What have we got going on? Okay, what are you? Sweet root. Okay, apparently I can't scan you. What deposits have we got? We've got dioxide going on over there. Hello. Deers? Oh dear. Ooh. What are you? Oh. Weird little eyeball things that I can't seem to scan for some reason. There we go. Got it now. Weird. Space is weird. They are thinking on the full body capture for the Quest 2, but not fully confirmed yet. I mean, that, for fuck's sake, that would be good. I mean, you can already sort of do that because you can get like various sensors and strap them to you. But for now, I'll just be happy for like a normal, you know, 2 arms headset sort of situation. Why am I doing that? I can probably scan it first. You've got dioxide in you. Nice. Okay. What are you? Not you. Is that a bear? Some sort of yeti? What are you? Hey. It's a Furby. It's a fucking Furby. Look at it. Weird. Quest 2 doesn't have the sensors, just the headset and the controllers. Interesting. I can DM you the info on it. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I doubt it's going to be any use for me at the moment, because I don't have the money for any of it, but yeah. It'd be nice to see what it's about. Ooh, what's that? Oh my god, whatever it is, it's huge! Look at it! What is that? It is a big old beast. Let's see if we can go make friends with it. Hello? Massive beast. Are you friendly? Oh, you look very friendly. Yes, you aren't going to be going on a rampage anytime soon, are you? Your tail is too short. I don't like that. You should have a longer tail. I'll get you a longer tail today. It does have a hand capture though, so we don't need the controllers. I assume that's probably like sensors. The sensors can detect where your hands are. Much like the what was it called? The PlayStation had like a webcam which was able to track you. Ooh, what are you? You're a monstrosity, that's what you are. Oh, I like it. There's stuff over here as well we can scan. Have I scanned you yet? No. Oh, I see red dots. What are you? I don't know what you are. For some reason you won't scan. Hey, big boy. What the fuck are you doing? Stop crawling over everything. But if everything's in the way, just, you know, go out into the open. There's some open areas. It's the eyeball stalks again. They're both creepy and... No, they're just creepy. Ouch. Is it following me? It's very close, wherever it is. Ooh, what are you? I saw you on a different planet. How are you here as well? Ooh. Sky worms. More sky worms. Freaks. Oh, look at the rings. The ring systems are made... Oh. Floaty. Floaty rocks. Okay. Where are your deposits? I want to see what you have for me. Deposits. Deposits, deposits, deposits. I would like to make a deposit. Dioxide deposit. I suppose we can go over there. There's dioxide and dioxide again. Okay, we'll go over here and do a bit of mining as well. Ah. Dioxide! Nom 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 nom. Num 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 num. There. All mine. A silver deposit, and that's another dioxide deposit. This is a tree I've not scanned. Have you got anything more interesting going on? Dioxide. I was told there was there were other metals, other interesting metals. At the moment, I'm just sort of killing time to see if like a freighter shows up in orbit or something. Oh, you are horrific! Look at you. You're scary looking. I hate you. Oh, is that your face? Your face is disgusting. What are you eating? What is this? Oh, is this a dead creature? I didn't know. Oh. Oh. Oh, that... Oh. Ooh, murder. Offer food? I would rather die. Yeah. My thermal protection is falling. I'm going to head back into the ship, head back into orbit, and see if there's another freighter. Since I'm near. Ooh, scanned you. Thanks. Thanks for the free units. Back into the sky we go. Now, if we look, is there any sort of freighter hanging around? Ugh, this is the worst. Just want a better freighter. Maybe I'm asking too much of the game. Maybe there aren't any S tiers. Maybe there aren't even any other A tiers. Maybe mine was an anomaly in itself. What's this? Cloud of bollocks coming towards me? Oh, that was short-lived. Right. Let's scan it before we bother trying to go to it. Activated cadmium. Cadmium, phosphorus, silver, and high sentinel activity. Now, we don't want to have another issue with sentinels. We already have a lack of health due to that last time. There's this one. Cadmium, gold, and salt. Okay. Maybe I'm just in the wrong system. Let's try a different system. Since now we remember that red systems don't have star bases in them. Let's go for a green one. Have we got a green one anywhere close? You're green. A green star. Wow, your planet is rocky and weird looking. Where is your starbase? Do you not have a starbase? Do green ones not have starbases either? Oh. Oh no. Maybe... Alright, let's try a blue one then. We'll probably find out that blue ones don't have them either. Whoa. Or, how about I try again and try and fly to one that has a... like, one of these. This seems to have freighter activity. Can I get there? Apparently I can reach it. Maybe it only shows if there's a freighter there. Or, like, freighter capabilities. Hey. Ooh. Oh! Hello? Are you a spaceship? I see you. What are you? Hey. Hey you. What are you doing? Hey, I see you. Oh, it's got a landing pad. Hi. Traveller entity, the crew have been busy surveying and processing both planetary deposits and local asteroids. The minerals are yours, should you want them. Yeah? Thanks. The fuck? Oh my god, this is a nice ship. I sort of want this ship. I don't think I can take anything. Welcome aboard, traveller friend. The planetary mining crew are currently deployed on a mission. I hope to receive news of a successful operation very soon. Okay. Nice. Take me to the bridge? Where are you taking me? Oh, you are taking me in... Wait. I didn't want to go here. This is mine. I don't want to be here. How do I go back? Take me back. Take me back to where I was. Oh, that sucks. I didn't get to find out what that was all about. Oh. Come on. Really? I didn't realise it would take me home. I didn't want to go home. Maybe if I make my way back there. Let's just... We've got a load of dioxide, we might as well fill it back up. Okay. Which means my ship is going to be docked, isn't it? Wait. Where's my ship? Oh, there it is. What system was I in? Or maybe if I just go to another one that says it's got a freighter near it, it'll just be like a 1 in a whatever chance. Bit of platinum while I'm here. I keep ending up back in this system. Why am I sort of stuck in this system? I don't get it. I keep ending up here. My actual home planet is on in a completely different system. So Where was I? That one's got a circle on it. Ore extraction. Oh, I think that's where my... That's where one of my freighters has gone. What the fuck? Wait. Settlement administration terminal. Wait, so... Where am I? Is that my freighter can't travel to red systems. And I went to a green system. I am so confused. Experimental. Wait, that's not what that means, is it? Alright, I want to go here. Take me there. I want to see what happens if I go there. Will another one show up? That'd be great. It seems I sort of robbed them and then... Oh, look. There's... Oh, it's a battle. Okay. Yeah, alright. I don't mind getting in a battle. I could take these people on. Fuck it. Where are they? Out of range. Come here. Get in range. And... I'll take you on. Stormy! How you doing? See you there. Making that ass. I'm after. The targeting seems to be a little bit strange. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Can you stop moving around like that? Inside ships, apparently. Right, let's just sort of try and get away from the edge of that spaceship because it seems to be getting stuck. Okay, you're next. Uh-oh. Looks like you're in a battle with me, which means you automatically lose. There we go. And death to you. You seem to be on the other side of the spaceship. Let's try and even the odds here. Oh, now you're on that side. Okay. Because apparently you can just clip through. Yep. Like I said, apparently you can just clip through. Alright, where are you? Ah, you're dead. You next. Oh, where are you? Where are you? Apparently we're stuck together. There we go. Good. Is that the last one? Yay! Hooray! Ray of the Hue variety. X. I do not understand what you're saying. Oidengzul Wudjayg Interloper Viking Warrior Epin Husinchunch request aiders for reward Zahaxing P. The life form, who must be the captain of this freighter, looks greatly relieved by they gesture to welcome. Okie dokie, I will board your ship. and possibly lead it. Yep, I'm trying to remove myself from the general vicinity of your cargo pods. Where are you? Wait, where are you? Which one am I looking for? Is it this one? Let's try and get onto the other side of the... Ah, there we are. So it was the other side. Just wondering whether we even want to consider this one. It might be okay. Who knows? Maybe this is going to be our S-class freighter that we want. I guess he says thanks. Yeah, that's sort of like a I suppose so sort of situation. Hi, you're up here? Good. Captain Ioannian. Gra, pathetic imploper. Zebra. Uha, battle glory. Long Nuan Queenie, but Viking. Riju gives thanks. Okay, thanks. Can I see your freighter? See what you've got? B class. Yeah, sort of the same situation, except the cargo's less. I'll compare it to the other one that I've got. It's also a B class, but like... yeah. Not much. I could exchange it for 0 units, but like, I don't think it's... yeah, look, 35 slots and 30 slots. I don't want it! But I do want to have a look at what you've got set up in here. Ooh. You've got windows. Mine doesn't have windows. You've got ladders. Mine doesn't have ladders. You've got doors into open space. Mine doesn't have doors into open space. Oh, hey, I can see into the bridge. I wonder whether they've got like people wanting to sell off their spaceships. Wow, all this is pretty much pointless. I like it. Okay, thanks for the offer, but I don't like it. Bye. Let's get out of here before he's like gets me to marry his wife or something. Hey, you guys. Ooh, careful. Let's see what you've got to offer. Can I even get in you? I would very much like it if I could get in you. I mean, this is an interesting looking ship. I don't think you actually do. I think you're just props. Ooh, you do. I love that gaping blue void. Hi. I'm going freighter shopping. What's that? What's that, Stormy? What's with the eyeballs? Did I say something? Did I say something a little bit strange? A little bit suggestive? It must be crazy because I don't remember that happening. Admiral. He's an admiral? Offer to buy the freighter. I would, but it's shit. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, as a spaceship, it looks pretty damn interesting. It's got plenty of space for, like, well, storage, but no. You can get in me any day. Weary authority is a mood. It sort of is, isn't it? Being tired and in charge. I understand. I understand how it be. You got a nice place, but I don't like it. I feel like I've said that before. Ooh, careful, careful! Take it off here. Incoming message, fleet frequency. I'm sorry, but I no longer exist. Let's go here. Maybe here they'll have some interesting things going on. I probably don't have enough to buy a better freighter, that's the word. But I would still like to check it out. Maybe like bring my own freighter over so that it doesn't go anywhere. And basically sort of set up base around this area. Hey, you look like you've got unsafe trajectory. What does that mean? Because I'm aimed at a ship or something. Can you just, you know, let me do what I want? I'm a little bit drunk. See, this one may just be small, but it may be good small. You might save an S-Class and get one for free. See, that's what I'm hoping. I think that's how I got my my B-Class, but I don't know. I need to visit more systems. Hello? Ooh. Ooh, ring lights. Ceiling ring lights. You've got things going on. What's that here for? Oh, science. I like science. You've got a gun bloke just like I do. And a gun wall. And these things which are basically just free shit. Probably don't even care that I'm going for these. Nice. Got anything else? No? You don't even have a door out into open space. That's smart, that is. What the hell is this? What's going on down here? Do you know what I like about this? Hey. Captain. Is it Captain? Yeah, you're Captain. Captain, you know what I like about this? You don't have a door out into open space because you're sensible, because you're a robot and robots are sensible. And two, I don't lag when I look around like other planets. Like usually, like there's like a planet down there. It's like, oh no, lag for some reason, even though it's not loaded. But here, you don't. Do you have a decent ship for me? I know a lot of your words. That's very good. I want to offer to buy your freighter. It is a C-Class. I do not want to offer to buy your freighter. Okay, bye. This one. Next system. No, that's the wrong inventory. Oh, am I too close to the spaceship? How about now? Aha! How about we go to... Where is this? Let's go to Gaokawag. Apparently I visited there already. Let's go to somewhere I haven't been. Let's go there. I want to buy your freighter. C-Class. Never mind. Indeed. That's how I work. That's how I roll. Or fly. That's how we fly. Freighter? Hello? Freighter? I just heard something come into range. I don't hear. Oh. We have a bit of an issue with the thing there. Is there a oh, hi. There you are. Wait, are they freighters or are they asteroids? I think they're freighters. Keep saying unsafe trajectory, but surely that's my choice. Can we tell, like, whether it's a good one just by looking at it? Like, I don't know, maybe there's a way to tell whether it's a good one or a bad one. Do you not have like a leader? What's happening? Do you not have a leader? Recruitable frigate. Yeah, I get it. You're calling me to do stuff, but I sort of need to talk to your boss rather than you. Do you have a boss? Do you have anybody in charge of your little fleet? Because you don't seem to be giving me any sort of hints as to how to insert rest of sentence here. Yeah, you don't seem to have anything going for you. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna sort of go away so I can see you from a distance mainly. Oh. Large ship. Oh, they're arriving. Everyone's arriving. Oh, so I was early to the... Oh, there's so many of you. Oh, I am very impressed. I'm not. I'm just saying that so that they think I'm better than them. What's going on here? Don't really understand what your ship's all about. Is this what... I want to know if this is what an S-Class looks like. It would be nice to go for an S-Class right about now. Got to go. Okie dokie. See you later. Hello. I've not seen your type of ship before. Hello. Hello. Oh. Hello, Mr. Lips. Captain Yer. Captain Lips, I'm going to be calling you. I want to buy your freighter, but only if it's any good. It's not good. Bye-bye. But I also want to sort of check out your setup here. Oh, you've got blue. Or purple. Is that purple or blue? Whatever. You've got stuff going on there. I suppose you have only been here a few seconds. What's that? A window outside? You get a window? Lucky you. Oh, and a door into nowhere. Amazing. The fuck? Wait, is that the... That's coming off the bridge. So is that the door to the side? Like... Huh. Does the other side got the same going on? It does. What is going on out here? Yeah, look at that. That's... If I go there... That's not right. Theoretically, that should all be space. It changes when you approach it as well. What's that about? Your ship doesn't make sense. I'll be going now. Geometry. I did not sign up for non-Euclidean geometry. Hey! Do you make sense? Do you have an entrance I can enter? So no, is this it? Is it just the one? Because the last one had two. It was like a bunch of ships like over here, wasn't there? Does that one have an entrance? Doesn't look like it. No, it seems only a few of them have. Ooh, hello. Okay, next system. Hold on. It's X, isn't it? Yeah. You. Have I? Right. Yeah, I've not visited this one yet. With any luck, it's going. Oh God! With any luck, it's going to be a battle, and then we could get a free ship. Assholes. Unknown planet. Cactus, pyrite, silver, activated cadmium. Not bad. I heard there were freighters. Where? Ooh. Oh, hello. You look like you're a... Oh, you look like my one. But if you're a better version of my one, I don't mind. In fact, it is exactly... This is my capital ship. What the fuck? I did not want to be here. Why am I here? Oh, I'm too close to my own capital ship. Did I mistake that map icon for my thing? I think I did, didn't I? Okay. The arm of ASCII Jim. At conflict, at war. I mean, that sounds like a good plan. Didn't say I visited it either, so... I'd love to have an outdoor pavilion on my spaceship. As long as it makes sense. I run out of coffee? I've got like one gulp. I need to make another one. Hello? Hello? I heard there was a war. I've come to help. There are 3 lights. Hello? I'm lonely. Aggressive sentinels. Hello? Do you have anything interesting? Cactus flesh, pyrite, and cobalt. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's just make a move, shall we, and see what happens. God knows what that looks like on the stream. I hope that isn't causing too much problems. It doesn't. Good. I am streaming at like 8,000 kilobits per second just because sometimes 6,000 doesn't quite cut it. I hope it isn't a problem for other people. I assume that the people who are watching and can take the 8K video. They're not having to watch it like 720 or anything. Object of interest detected. Exit pulse 2. Hi, how are you? Who are you and what do you want? Nekha. Taidu, wish to Sun Kang. Can you just... Are you brake checking me? Please don't. Wish to Sun Kang powerful Motog weapon. Interloper Ibinzadg exchange. Pilot prepares the trading systems. Their cargo is ready for inspection. Examine cargo manifest. So you're a trader. You just want to trade. Do I have anything I can sell you? Money? Do you have anything of interest? No, you do not. Okay, you're not interested in anything. Yep, bye. Okay. Okay. I'm not seeing anything of interest around here. Let's go to the station, because I think we're probably going to need to see if we can trade anything. Oh! Oh! There they are! That's what I was looking for. Hey, fellas! You ready for this, big boy? Please be ready for this, big boy. I want to buy ya. Potentially buy your ship. Oh god, Jesus! You're surrounded by pods. How am I supposed to navigate this? Hi, I want to get in you. Oh, yaw. Daddy's home. Please make my bed, because you'll be in it very, very soon. Captain? Hello, Captain. Captain Usan. Captain Usan with a C-class ship, more like Captain Useless. I will, however, look at your setup back here. Ooh, hello. Sell? Can I sell anything? Welding soap. I have these things. If I can summon... I don't think I can. If I can summon my Thingio ship, I may be able to sell some snazzy things. Okay. Activate planetary probe. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, it scanned everything. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's really handy. Especially if I need something in particular. Oh, I need one of these. I need one of these rooms. Where did you get this room? Where did you get these lights? Are these lights? No, they're not lights. They're... Are they plant pots? I think they're plant pots. They look good, though. I like them. What sort of room's this? I want this. Blue and purple. I like your theme. It's very good. Why does that look wrong? What's that? What's going on there? You're, Oh, we're out in space again. That, it seems really unnecessary. Oh, God. What's this? What's this meant to be? That doesn't look right, either. Appearance modifiers. Is that a window? Oh, a window into space. Hi! I was just admiring your colour scheme. I like it. I'm not sure what kind of room this is. I think I may have unlocked the wrong ones. They all sort of look the same with the tiny little thumbnail. Did you just put your finger up as if to say, don't talk to me right now? Because that was a bit rude. I am a captain. I don't like him. Hey, your friend's a dick. Your crew's a dick. God, I really like Dick. Just throw that out there. Okay. Should we try another system? I keep going to that instead of the X menu. I need a place filled with lovely ships. If only there was like a massive hangar bay filled with these things. I could just pick and choose. If I need an S-Class, I could buy an S-Class. I need like a, I don't know, some sort of showroom. Like a frigate showroom. That'd be lovely. I just want to get an upgrade. Can I just upgrade my frigate? How do I upgrade the class of my frigate? Maybe there are ways. I'm shopping for frigates, but I can't friggin' find them. Where was that? I heard something came in from warp. Just go through there. Hey. Let's head to... What the hell is that? Is that a space station? The space station is in the rings. Just slightly in the rings. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's getting hard to... Yeah, it's in the rings. That's a bit weird. Hi. I'm here now. I want to see if I can do things. I think it is 50,000 to upgrade my my shuttle. Hello? How are you? Acquire coordinates. 5 million units. Okay, so maybe if I can get more modules for cheaper if I go to a different system and go to one of these guys. Have I got anything? Have I even got enough? I've only got 53 tainted metal. I can't really buy anything. Hi. That's deceiving. It makes it look like it's got a massive gun in there, but it's actually just a tiny pistol. Hi. What have you got? Have you got anything interesting for me? I would love some upgrades. I understood that entire sentence. I mean, the sentence didn't make sense, but I understood the words. I don't know what my things are anymore. Hang on. Hang on. Don't sell anything yet. I've got to see if I've got the things for it. Why is that not green? That should be linked up with all these, but it isn't. I don't get it. Hi. Give me... oh, I didn't understand that one word. Give me things. What have you got here? Mining beam, pulse splitter module, scatter blaster, blaze javelin. Nothing really... Oh, geology cannon module might be good. I'll buy one of those and see what it is, because I think I can put another geology cannon module here. Is it in my exosuit? Where did I put it? Hello! Ah, nice. Plus 32 damage. Fire damage, seems. I like it. Yes, thank you. Okay. Am I on the right side? Am I meant to be over here? Ooh. Free nanites. Or navigational data or something. Ooh, there's a few of them. I'm stealing from the office area. I'm taking all your pencils. Good luck finding any biros. Clipboards? Not this time. Hello? Ooh. I've already been through here. Is it just a line of them here? Nobody has a paperclip. Because I've got them all. I stole all your things! Bye! And away we go! Freighters! Appear! Please! Please! I have need! A mighty need! Ow. God, there's quite a lot of these crystalline things. Jesus, look at this. Loads of them. Not that I necessarily need to do this, because apparently you can make platinum out of gold and silver, but where was this when I was looking for platinum? Here. It was here. I just didn't see any of it because I didn't come here. Resources. Okay. We're wasting a lot of time here. We shouldn't really be doing any of this. Oh, God, if only there were freighters. That would be a dream come true. It'd be like a... I don't know, whatever a wet dream's like. Can I? Can I? No. Right. New system. You look like you've got something to give me. Hearing like a sound, like something's coming out of warp behind me, unless that's like the sound of me coming out of warp. Ooh. You fucking stay straight, will you? Says me. The irony of that statement. Let me in, or I will huff and I will puff and I will shag your brains in. The CV-1 Okuchig. I'm gonna throw it out there and just say maybe this is a C class. Looking at it. I don't know what an S-class freighter looks like. Maybe I should Google it. Look. It's a B-class. Fuck you. Of course it is. Alright. I want to see what what an S-class freighter looks like. S-class freighter. No Man's Sky. How to get the best S-class freighter? I would prefer to have a look at it. Dreadnought. Subtype Dreadnought, Galaxy Calypso, what? Coordinates? There are coordinates? The fuck? What am I looking at here? Freighters, archetype, blah blah blah, description. Ships of this type are considerably more expensive than another type of ship. Yep, I know that. Inventory, I know what inventories are. Catalogues. The table below, hang on, I'll show you what I'm looking at. The tables below are alphabetically sorted by subtype, galaxy, region, and ship name. If a ship lacks coordinates, enter them if possible. Ships that cannot be found and bought only serve a historic purpose. Battleships. So this is an S-class here. What does that look like, though? Oh my god. That is... Oh, wait, no, it's that way. Okay. Also, that planet is very odd looking. It's sort of... I think I've seen one of those, but I don't think I could go into it. No, I had got into it. It was just a lower class. So there are coordinates. How do I find these coordinates? 60,000. Jesus Christ. No, 60,000. 60 million. Slots 25. I mean, that's downgrade, but an S class probably means I can upgrade the slots to like a load. Galactic coordinates. How do I know? Where do I put galactic coordinates? Is there a way I can do that in the game? Like... Hello? Can I... Oh, this isn't my freighter, is it? Okay. First of all, just have a quick check, see what you've got going on back here, because this is always very interesting. Nice big open area to have a look. Very nice. I like it. Basically, observation. I like it. You've also got the weird Euclidean, non-Euclidean geometry going on as well. Lovely. I'm just gonna leave and see if I can find how to put coordinates in. Like maybe it's in the... It says galactic coordinates. Can I add coordinates? Galactic core. I'm in the Hilbert dimension. If you say so. How do you know the coordinates of something? Where are the coordinates? Backspace to select by location. Into free look? No. If I just wander off in this direction, does this... See, it doesn't actually have... Oh god, where am I? Where... Nothing actually has coordinates, as far as I can tell. So... What the fuck does any of this mean? Galactic coordinates. The fuck is that? How Bruce Campbell's Pizza Popper saved Doctor Strange? I don't even want to talk about that. The fuck? Okay, this is an S-Class as well. Looks exactly well, almost exactly the same. S-Class, that's another S-Class there. That looks similar to my one, but it's got the cargo pods on the side. Okay, so they can basically have almost any look. That's an S-class. But they mainly look like this, it seems. What was that it said underneath? Like regular? Derelict and undetermined. I suppose these are just like derelict ones. This doesn't really make any difference because you can't have them. But it's these ones that we're looking at, aren't we? We're looking for the S classes. I mean, even an A class would be better, but S class would be ideal. I believe I can then unlock all the slots. So how do I get places? How do I? Okay, No Man's Sky. Enter coordinates. Coordinates explained. How to use coordinates in No Man's Sky. Are we about to watch a video on how to play No Man's Sky?
What's cooking, everybody? It's Door, and today I have a short video explaining how to use the coordinate system in No Man's Sky. Now this tutorial can come in useful if you're after crashed ships, are working to get your first living ship in the Starbirth mission, or you just want to be able to find certain locations on a planet. Before we get into the video, I want to ask you to please leave a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to see future No Man's Sky content.
Hold on. There's coordinates there, inside the ship. So is that what it means? Hailing... Look, I don't give a shit. Can you just fuck off? Go away. Go away. I don't give a shit. Go away! Fuck off! What? What are they? Reports for frigate SV at the end of the GEC. Ship has sustained mission critical damage. Crew are incapable of performing maintenance, further risking... what? Recall frigate. Command registered frigate SV, the end of the GEC, return to main fleet for maintenance. Why was that my job? How does he have coordinates on his screen? Do I have coordinates? Where are my coordinates? Okay.
But without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
So first I will explain what these coordinates actually are. The first set of numbers you see is the latitude.
Tell you what, you've probably got it all doubled up. Let's get rid of the PC audio on this. You don't need PC audio. There we go.
Which runs from north to south. And the second set of numbers is the longitude, which runs from west to east. Much like the way this system works in real life, the latitude goes from plus...
How does he have that though? I don't understand. He's got it, I don't have it. Do I need to install it? Is there a way of doing this? You need to tell me how to get that. I hope this will help you find the coordinates. Managed to explain more than... Could have used this looking for my living ship. God, you should have... Hold tight. Actually helped a bunch, thanks a lot. But I don't have that. How... It's weird because on his one it's got where it says the planet, the bit just to the left of the central piece, he's got coordinates on there, but On my one, it doesn't. Unless the coordinates only show up on a planet, which isn't helpful at all, because I don't want a living ship. See? Mine's just got undiscovered next to it. Enter coordinates. How about coordinates to find coordinates to find frigate? Is there a site with coordinates to S-class frigate? Reddit. Size and model are controllable, but class and colour aren't. I think wealthy systems have a higher probability of spoiling them, but it is all random. Frigates level up. If a frigate has any negative red traits, levelling up prioritises removing these prior to the levelling class. So searching specifically for S-class frigates isn't strictly necessary, and levelling up weaker class frigates can apparently lead to having a higher stat S-class in the long run. But they're out there. I managed to find one S-class frigate in my travels so far. Right. So I can level up my frigate, which I didn't know you could do. So where did these guys come from? Did I visit you before? I don't think I did. You've got circular things outside. I'll visit you and then I'll go back to my freighter. Or I will Google how you upgrade frigates. I want to see how you make it a better class of a frigate. Maybe it's not. Maybe you can't. People seem to say things that are sort of how you think they want. They probably mean something completely different. This is what I'm thinking, because whenever I'm like, I want an S class, they say, well, you can get a C class and level it up. And I'm like, will that make it an S class? No, not strictly speaking, it won't. Well, I want an S class. Yeah, but it'll have better stats. Yeah, but it won't have all the slots, will it? You can unlock the slots. Only within a certain radius, though. You know, I could unlock that, but, you know, if I've only got, like, this many slots to open, that's not it, is it? That's not what I want. I want a freighter that has all of this unlocked. So how do I upgrade it? Can I upgrade it? Where do I upgrade it? Do I upgrade it on the bridge? How do I upgrade it on the bridge? Nobody knows, and nobody's willing to tell you, because they don't know either. Alright, let's head back to our frigate. Maybe there's just like a station on the bridge that we've not looked at or something. And if we can't figure it out, I think I'll just end the stream there, because I've got to do a hell of a lot of Googling, and I can't be entertaining while I'm Googling. If I go to the station and use the warp tunnel thingy, it's probably a quicker way of getting home, isn't it? Yeah, there it is, space station. Can you just stay in a straight line? There we go. Apparently, if you shoot the cargo pods on the big freighters, you don't lose reputation for it. The little pods like floating around, you do, but just the big ones from the freighters. Take me back to my freighter. And confirm. Am I on the wrong side? I am on the wrong side. Ooh. I don't want to get caught up in that. Wow, look at your ship! Oh my god. Is your ship for sale? It's a C-class and it looks like that. Wow. You deserve to keep it. Ooh, nice. Thank you very much. Take me back to my frigate. And we'll see if we can find a station on the bridge that just like, oh, upgrade your class. Okay, thanks. I will. Hey, hey, where can I upgrade things? Base parts and upgrades. How do I upgrade the class, though? Class upgrades, please. Class upgrades. No class upgrades. What about on this one? Whoa! Hey, how did you end up in a red system? Temporal warp computer required. Oh, I know how I ended up in a red system. Because I had the ability to warp to red systems before, but the update got rid of that, and my bits and pieces to be able to warp to red places no longer exists. Yeah. That's how that happened. Manage fleet. Can I manage can I manage my one? Oh, the SV end of the something or other is critically damaged. How's that happened? SV end of the Gek, that's my ship? I didn't know that was my ship. I think I visited it, didn't I? Is there... I see a station up there. Are you anything? Is this... No, it isn't. Hey, you. What do you do around here? Other than, you know, observe. Okay, you don't do anything. Captain. I mean, I'm the captain, but hi, Captain. Can we, engage singularity engine not installed. Transfer items from ship to freighter. Not that I've got many, like, slots to open, but... Yeah, I could probably do that. Another time, not right now. Okay, it doesn't seem there is actually a way to upgrade your freighter. Feels like the internet is lying to me. What about you? Can I get you to do it? Fleet commands room are busy, you must construct more or wait. Okay. Wait for the return of my fleet. Alright, well, until I find out what the fuck I'm doing, thank you for watching. If you're new and you're still watching, please follow and also consider subscribing as well, because I would very much like a VR headset. It'll probably all go on bills, but you know, it you know, in the future, maybe. Yeah, for now, I'm going to send you over to somebody. As soon as it allows me to see who is on. Maybe we'll do it manually. Who have we got? Oh, it's gone back to the thing. Okay. Who is that? Stevenator and I think that's Duchess? Yeah. Okay, I'll send you over to Duchess. So yeah, have fun over there. And I don't know. I always think there should be something at the end of that bit. Just have fun over there and insert rest of sentence here. Bye-bye.